Tinnitus is psychosomatic. Clear your mind of objections and listen to the following for tinnitus relief. Hypoxia ischemia may play an important role in the pathogenesis of sensorineural tinnitus due to the characteristics of the cochlear blood supply. In addition, hypoxia modulates molecular processes both in the acute and chronic forms of tinnitus. Tinnitus, commonly experienced as a persistent ringing or buzzing in the ears, is traditionally approached as a disorder originating within the auditory system. However, embracing the pioneering theories of Dr. John Sarno concerning TMS, tinnitus is in fact a psychogenic condition. Dr. Sarno's work elucidates how repressed emotions, particularly fear and anger, can lead to physical symptoms. This theoretical framework shows that tinnitus arises when the brain, responding to unresolved emotional turmoil, initiates a process that reduces oxygen flow to specific areas, including the auditory cortex. The hypoxia-inducible factor may have an important role to play as a key transcription factor in the cell's adaptation to hypoxia and ischemia. An impairment of the cochlear blood flow may be induced by the expression of target genes like nitrogen monoxide synthase and endothelin, resulting in tinnitus. The reduction in oxygen not only impedes normal function, but also activates or deactivates neurons, erroneously generating the perception of sound. This process can be understood as a protective mechanism of the psyche, diverting attention from emotional distress to a physical sensation, thus keeping the deeper emotional issues unaddressed and outside of conscious awareness. It's believed that tinnitus happens due to restricted blood flow around the ears, which causes the heart to pump blood harder so that it can get where it needs to go. People who have iron deficiency anemia commonly suffer from tinnitus symptoms since their blood cells don't carry enough oxygen throughout their body. Delving deeper into the physiological underpinnings, the concept of oxygen deprivation as a trigger for tinnitus aligns with known mechanisms whereby the body responds to stress. Under conditions of emotional stress, particularly those emotions that are intense and unexpressed, the body reacts through the autonomic nervous system. This system, acting largely unconsciously, regulates functions such as heart rate and blood flow. When the brain perceives emotional danger, it instinctively constricts blood vessels in certain regions, effectively reducing oxygen supply. In the context of the auditory cortex, such localized hypoxia leads to disruptions in neural activity. The cells in this region begin to misfire or overreact, producing the phantom sounds characteristic of tinnitus. Thus, the symptom itself serves as a distraction, a physical manifestation of psychological distress that demands attention while the underlying emotional fear or anger remains buried and unacknowledged. Furthermore, the chronic nature of tinnitus in many sufferers is a manifestation of ongoing, unresolved emotional conflict. According to Dr. Sarno's theory, the longer these emotions are repressed, the more ingrained and persistent the physical symptoms can become. This model shows that therapeutic interventions should not focus on the auditory symptomatology, but on identifying and admitting the emotional sources of stress. Techniques such as mindfulness and emotional awareness exercises can restore the normal oxygen levels to the brain's affected regions by resolving the emotional causes, thereby alleviating the symptom of tinnitus. This approach not only aligns with Dr. Sarno's holistic view of TMS, but also empowers individuals to explore the deeper emotional disturbances that are at the root of their physical symptoms. In this way, viewing tinnitus through the lens of TMS opens new avenues for understanding and treating this complex condition, emphasizing the powerful interplay between the mind and body in the genesis of physical health symptoms.